Hello, clean beauties. How are you? This is Czar. Just wanted to say hi. It's been a few days. Took a little break from the whole YouTube thing. I try to limit my screen time as much as possible, but maybe some of you were anxious about hearing from me, so here I am. I hope all is well. I wanted to talk about a few deep issues today. First, I do want to make clear it's something I didn't mention before. I did say that I was menopausal. I am over 50 years old, so I am on HRT, and I've been listening to a lot of scare tactics from certain YouTubers, even the news. People are talking about how it's scary, and even doctors. I've been through so many doctors. When I cry to them about my symptoms, they would just scare me off talking about HRT. They would say, no, this is not doable, this is not safe for you. I've been through a gamut of doctors regarding that. But I'll tell you, I finally found a doctor who was willing to listen to me. He is amazing, and he was willing to work with me. And I do take estrogen, progesterone, and I the first immediate effect I felt was my hot flashes gone, just like that. I mean, it takes a few weeks for things to kick in, but within the first 2 weeks, my hot flashes were completely gone, which was great. And that was one of the worst symptoms that you guys need to see my hands when I talk. That was one of the worst symptoms that I felt. I was losing so much sleep because of hot flashes. They were just stopping me in my tracks. I would be at work with clients, and it would just take over me. My face would flush, and I would get all flustered because it also came with anxiety. It was just horrible. Um, Again, I'm not a doctor. Disclaimer, I just want to say, you guys have to speak to your doctor, but don't be afraid to try it. If it doesn't work out and you're not happy, you can always stop. That was the thing in my mind. I figured I'd try it for a few months, and if I'm not happy with it, I can stop. There really is no harm done in trying it for a few months, I don't think. But give it a try. Don't be afraid. I know there was a study done many, many years ago. I don't know, a couple of decades ago, I guess, where they did a study, and they said it causes, hormone replacement therapy causes cancers and all kinds of negative health issues. But that study, you have to realize, that study was very faulted. It was done on perimenopausal women mostly. I think a lot of it was also, they weren't just perimenopausal women, they were postmenopausal. So women that were actually in their late 60s, 70s, they had already developed health issues because of a lack of estrogen. So it's almost like you don't give your dog a heart guard for a year, and then without getting proper testing done, you give your dog a heart guard. And if the dog has already developed heartworm, that heart guard medication is going to cause major issues. It might even kill your dog. So this is the same thing. You already have been without hormones for a couple of decades. Most women go through menopause in their early 50s. Perimenopause starts sometimes in the 30s, in the 40s. For me, it started really young. I think it may have started in my mid-30s, but I didn't know it. I was uneducated. No one was there to educate me about it. I had to do my own research just last couple of years, where my life just turned upside down, and it was because of my hormones. But that study was severely damaging to the whole female community, the female aging community. I hate using that word, but that's all I can think of right now. I think, also they use Premarin, which is progesterone made from female horse urine. Now, that has absolutely no bioidentical properties to human females. but that's what they used, and it was just a very, very flawed study. It just scared everyone, and they stopped using all kinds of... Nobody cares that I'm making a YouTube video. Okay. Anyway, so I just wanted to stop this video soon. I just wanted to make a short, quick one just to let everybody know, don't be afraid to try hormone replacement therapy for your symptoms, especially vaginal symptoms, severe vaginal symptoms. I went through discomfort and pain, and in so many ways, vaginally and just mentally, and just your whole body's affected. And I think you should speak to your doctor about it. You owe it to yourself to feel good again. And please remember, whatever your doctor tells you, and I got so much information from YouTube, the doctors that are pro HRT, and they'll tell you, and do your own research. Put in the Google machine, do your own research, and you will learn lack of estrogen is worse than HRT. If you have no estrogen, you are prone to having heart attacks, Alzheimer's, and osteoporosis. Those are three scary things, and they are killing women in postmenopause. Women in their late 50s, early 60s, they can't figure out why they're developing dementia, why they had a heart attack. Of course, a lot of people are not healthy. They don't take care of themselves. Exercise, eating right, all that comes into play. But your hormones are what drive you. That needs to be first and foremost. Lack of estrogen creates insulin balances, which creates blood sugar issues, which will create diabetes. Hence, the weight gain. And then eventually heart disease. So everything is connected. If you guys have been listening to last couple of my videos, that's the message I'm putting out there. Everything is connected. So please take care of yourselves. Have a talk with your doctor. This hit home today because last night I got a phone call from a very dear friend of mine, and she's very young, in her 40s, and she's having major issues, and all it pointed to was hormones, because I went through what she's going through now, and I told her, this sounds hormonal, and she needs to talk to her doctor. And now she's having trouble finding a doctor. That's the problem. All these doctors are so close-minded, and they are so afraid. Doctors are afraid of being sued. They're afraid of that study that came out a long time ago where they used horse urine derived progesterone. And I think doctors are not performing their due diligence for their patients. Doctors need to be more educated on upcoming studies, on everyday new technologies. New things are being discovered. And the sad part is these doctors are not educating themselves. So they are actually it's a disservice to their patients if they're not educated and they're living in the dark ages, basically. I hope this message helps someone out there. Please don't suffer in silence. If you have to go to 20 doctors, like I did, go to 20 doctors. Go out of town. That was my next thing. I was going to go out of town. I would have left. I live in New York. I would have gone to New Jersey. I actually made an appointment with some doctor in Connecticut, but luckily I found someone nearby at the time, so I canceled the Connecticut appointment. But I would have gone anywhere. I would have gone to Connecticut. I would have gone to Boston. I don't care. I would have gone. I was even willing to travel. I heard of this doctor, and she's in New Mexico. I would have gone there. So it's your health. Don't be afraid. If you have to travel a little bit to develop that good relationship, every good relationship is worth a little bit of time and effort, right? So that's the message there. I think next subject is close to my heart. I want to talk about toxic relationships in our lives, especially women, and men deal with this too. I would like to talk about that another time, but that's all, again, part of our whole makeup, right? Mental health, physical health, skin health, it all is connected. Okay, thank you for listening. Have a great, clean day. Czar signing out. Bye bye.